If you're with us online, go ahead and start to set up your equipment and get your spot ready because we're about to start class here in the next 30 seconds. So you get what you need, get your water, and we're about to get going. All right, welcome back to Pump. Hope you're feeling pretty good today, not too sore from Monday or yesterday if you did the other class. If this is your first time with us in this class, a little bit about the format today. I'll go over all the movements before we start, so don't worry about that. Any equipment that we have, I'll give you modifications, so if you don't have that, that's okay. And then, oh, I thought you were. Yeah. And so a little bit about this class. We'll do a warm-up, 6-minute warm-up before we start. And the workout for this class is structured that we have 4 rounds. Okay, each round will consist of 2 movements that we'll do for 30 seconds, one right into the next, which will be supersetted. So we'll do movement 1 for 30 seconds, right into movement 2 for 30 seconds. That's one set. And we'll right back to movement 1 for 30 seconds, back into movement 2 for 30 seconds. That was the second set. So we'll do 4 sets within each round, and then we'll get a minute break, and then we'll go into the second round. And then at the end, we'll do a cool-down stretch routine and send you on your way. So equipment today is a step, sandbell, mat, and dumbbell, okay? Quite a bit of equipment today. If you don't have it, that's okay. First movement we have is going to be single-leg Romanian deadlift. But we're doing this a little bit differently. We're focusing less on the balance component and more on the strength and muscle work component. So what that means is when you're in that brace position, you're holding your weight, you're going to slightly bend one leg, okay? And your tension and weight is going into whatever, you're going to have a slight bend in this leg, but this one's more just like your stabilizer. You're going to push, glutes engaged, hips are strong, okay, hamstrings engaged. Feel that squeeze on one side, pull up through, and squeeze. So you're just working one side for that 30 seconds, okay? And then the next one, opposite side. Let's try that one. We haven't done it yet. So you're on one leg, slight bend, normal Romanian deadlift. This leg is more just your stabilizer. Push those hips back. Keep those hips squared. Feel that stretch in the hamstrings. You come down, that glute is what's staying engaged the whole way. And then push those hips forward, squeeze that glute at the top, and then right back down. We're staying on the same leg for 30 seconds, and then moving over to the opposite leg, okay, for that second movement. And then we'll go back and forth, back and forth. Up to you. You can do, so weight in either both hands or just one if you want to add weight to that movement. If you don't have weight, you can still work on the coordination aspect, or you can get rid of that balance and do more of the stabilization, that balance work, okay? And if you're doing that, you're keeping those hips squared, kicking that back leg back out and up, and working on slow, controlled movements, okay? Third movement we have is bent over rows. We've done those quite a few times. So getting into that brace position, hip hinge. And you can either do low row or high row, up to you. Remember, if you're low, those elbows are backing down, really focusing on engaging those lats and then squeezing those scapula together. If you're doing high, elbows high and wide, pulling through the upper back and those rear delts, okay? The fourth movement we have is just regular bicep curls. You can do them supinated, you can do them pronated, you can do neutral grip. It's up to you, but remember, focus on the bicep doing the work. Don't let the elbows move around and keep that strong brace position. If you're at home and you don't have weights for the bent over rows or the bicep curls, you can just do those T-lifts for the bent over rows, okay? Thumbs will be up. It's that same movement, that high upper back work. And then bicep curls, you can just do bicep and tricep manual extensions, okay? You can stay on one side for 30 seconds, and then when you get back to the next one, 30 seconds on the opposite side, okay? Up to you, or you can do 5 and 5, whatever you want here. For the third round, so step lunge lift, what this one is you're going to be down in this position. You're going to lunge that foot in, try to keep that low lunge position, lift up, control, come back down, step back in, lift, control, okay? Let's try that one. Make sure we have that movement. Remember to stay braced in that position, shoulder blades back and down, hold that control. And try to keep the same speed from the step in to the lift up, to lifting back down, to stepping back. Make sure that glute is activated when you're doing that movement, okay? Really focus on control, balance, and coordination on that, okay? Yes, yep, great question. Alternating each time. The next movement is mountain climbers. So you can either be here, if you want a little bit more of the upper body work. We're doing strong mountain climbers, okay? Either up and in here, or you can go out to the side if you want. Either, but really work on that core engagement and that lift, or you can stand up and do the marches. If your upper body starts to get tired, you can either do those marches or the quick jumping upright mountain climbers. You have some options for that one, okay? For that step, lunge, and lift, if you're at home, you can use a couch, you can use a chair, anything to give you a little lift up off the ground for that movement. And then lastly, we're doing a manual leg extension, okay? So for that one, you'll have your mat out in front of you. You're gonna have the Sandbell behind you. We'll do this one together too. Make sure we got it down good. Knees are on the mat. Tops of your feet are on that Sandbell, okay? Go and get into that position. We're gonna stand up in a tall position here. Squeeze those glutes, press those hips forward, okay? And what we're gonna do is, keeping those hips forward, we're gonna drop that torso back. You're gonna start to feel that tension into those quads. Don't go too far yet, you're not warmed up yet, but as you go back, try to maintain as much of that tension. Try not to let those hips collapse or break. And then when you pull yourself back up, stop before you're short at the top. We don't want to be resting at that top position, so we're trying to keep that constant tension there. If your glutes shut off, your hips are probably breaking, so make sure to keep those glutes engaged on that movement. And then the last one is right into push-ups. You're just going from that manual leg extension right down onto the ground for push-ups. You have the step today too, so you can do hands on the step for push-ups or feet on the step. You can do a little bit different. You have a few options, any kind of push-ups that you want to do. But remember, focusing on that chest engagement for the push-ups. Any questions? Oh, and if you're with us online, normally I do the workouts with you, but I tweaked my back doing yoga. Super exciting stuff. And so I will not be doing it today, but I will be doing some of the movements and checking form. Any questions? All right, let's get ready to go. All right, starting with those jumping jacks. We're braced, we're strong. Remember, only at about 40% here. We're not really pushing it. We're just kind of getting that body moving. So remember, stay braced. Pelvic floor up and in. That core is going to stay strong. Does it feel warm in here today a little bit? Okay, I was going to say, it feels... Air squats. Hips back and down. Remember, those knees are going to stay in line with those toes. Don't let those glutes shut off. Pay attention to where the feet are pointing. They don't need to be straight forward. Wherever is comfortable is fine. But make sure those knees are going where those toes are pointing. Don't let those glutes shut off. Marches. Drive that knee up. Engage that core. Remember, control that posture. If we're moving a lot side to side, try to keep it stationary. Keep that core engaged. Lunges, we're alternating. Again, knee in line with that toe, weight even on that foot. Don't let that heel come up. Heel stays down on the ground. And stay braced. Don't let that glute shut off. Pay attention to that bracing. What muscle's working. Grip that floor with that foot. That can help you think to keep that weight even. Arm circles. Remember, try not to twist and rotate the torso. Keep that torso straight on. Work on that mobility in those shoulders. Reverse. Inchworms into those push-ups. Remember, we're just warming up here, so don't overly push it. Don't make the push-ups too difficult. Keep that good form. Hands stay under the chest. Elbows at that 45. If you want to do 2 or 3 push-ups in a row, you can, and then a longer stretch. It's up to you. What do you want? What do you need for that warm-up? Don't round that low back. Keep it pulled in. Keep a slight bend in those knees as you walk yourself up. Jumping jacks. Round 2. Picking up that tempo a little bit. About 60, 70% maybe. Stay braced. Air squats. Remember, keep those glutes engaged. Pay attention to that movement. High knee or marches. Using that core, drive that knee up. Power through the core. We're still braced. Lunges, alternating. Pay attention to that bracing, what muscles are engaged, where your balance is. If you feel strong, you feel controlled in that lunge, you can add that twist, whichever side that front knee is towards. Arm circles. Full range of motion. We're still braced here. Really warm up those shoulders. Reverse. Inchworms into those push-ups. Don't round that low back. Bend those knees to get into position. Make that push-up quality, make it good. Shoulder blades are backing down. Control that stretch through the chest on the way down. That contraction, that push-up on the way back up. Nice job. Don't lose that bracing. Breathe through that stretch. Take a break. 1 minute, and we're going. Any questions at home or here on any of those movements before we get going? So, single leg Romanian deadlift, but instead of like the balance type where it's gonna have a slight bend, and we're focusing all the hinge in this leg, and that glute is what we're working. So glute tension as you go down, control it, feel that stretch, and then bring it back in, flex the glute at the top. We'll be on one side, the next movement will be on the opposite side. Or a dumbbell. That one is for specifically the manual leg extensions. Yeah, when we get to the next one, I'll show you though. No, you're good. All right, 10 seconds. Remember that single leg Romanian deadlift. Keep that slight bend. Normal stance for an RDL, and that other leg is just a prop leg. It's keeping you balanced, okay? So in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Tension is in that glute. We're not rounding that low back. You're pushing those hips back, loading that glute here. Keep a slight bend in that knee. Both of them will be bent. Nice job. Bend that knee just a little bit more. Nice job. Slow, controlled. Really feel that stretch through that glute, through that hamstring. Don't let those shoulders twist. Don't let those hips rotate. Control. Switch over to that opposite side. So now you're just transitioning to the opposite end. Pulling through, squeezing. That glute is tense that whole time. That glute, you should be feeling that glute working. Switch over back to that first side. Same movement. Remember that glute is the main mover. The main engaged muscle, not the hamstring. Hamstring plays a role, but not where you want to feel the most of that tension. Really push those hips forward at the top and right back down. This movement focusing on control. Time under tension, we want that glute working the whole way. Switch back over to that opposite side. Push that hip back. Keep those hips square. Squeeze the glute at the top. Feel free to get in that stretch. Hold it for a second. Keep that glute engaged. And then you can come right back up. We're not going for speed. We're just trying to keep that glute working the whole way up, the whole way down. Don't round that low back. So if you're bending, you're kind of going here. Hold that in. So someone's like pushing those hips back and out and hold that position. Switch back to the first side. Nice job. Shoulder blades back and down. Halfway through this first round. Don't lose your bracing if your low back's getting really tired. Keep that core pulled in, pelvic floor up and in, shoulder blades back and down. Switch over to the second side. Nice job. Stay with it, stay with it. Last round. We're back on that first side. If your low back's feeling hot, remember that bracing, that core, that up and in. Shoulder blades back and down. Don't let those shoulders round down. If you lose that glute engagement for even a second, slow it down. Make sure you don't lose it. Switch. Last one. Pay attention if one side is harder to keep engaged than the other. Stay with it, stay with it. If you're at home, go and take a break. Next movements we have over bent over rows, okay? So here, either that low and in or that high and wide, okay? If you don't have the weights, you can do those T squeezes here. Next movement, bicep curls. Supinated, pronated, neutral, whatever you want here, okay? We have 30 seconds and we're starting. This is kind of our last, mostly upper body, the last 2 rounds. It's gonna be a lot of lower body. There's a bit of a mix, but mentally get set in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Those high rows or those regular rows, nice. So remember here, we're pulling up. So it's not the kickback, we're just pulling it straight up, squeezing that back together. Remember, stay braced, stay strong. Nice job. Bicep curls. Keep that strong brace position. Shoulder blades stay back and down. Bent over row, high or low. Remember, control, same speed up, same speed down. Feel that squeeze at the top for a second. Nice. Switch bicep curls. Remember, pay attention to those elbows. Are they moving? Are they not? If you're ever not sure, turn sideways and watch that elbow. Bent over rows, high or low. Control it, stay with it, stay with it. Remember to stay braced. Bicep curls. Shoulder blades back and down. Control it. Is the forearm feeling more tired than the bicep? Bent over rows, last one. Find that weight you want. Remember, drop that chest, try to get parallel with the floor. Nice work. Don't round that low back. Always check that level. Biceps. One thing, remember, if you're ever doing palms down, you're more working that outside of that arm. On that tempo, last 10 seconds. Take a break. Nice work, y'all. 1 minute here. $20 and we're getting started. Remember, you can always adjust the height of that step as you get tired. In 5, 3, 1, let's go. Shoulder blades back and down, maintain that control. Really get that foot under so that weight is still even on that foot. That glute is engaged. Don't let those hips shift and rotate. Keep that heel down. Really open up, feel that lift. Shoulder blades pull back and down through that lift. Nice, stay braced, stay controlled. Nice job, nice job. Either down on your hands or standing up. Remember, keep those hips square. Don't let those hips shift side to side. Don't let them twist. Think of core, pull in, control. Knees can come in and under or out to the outside by the elbow. Up to you. Switch back to those lunge lifts. So remember, stepping up and under, doing that lift, back down. Keep that glute engaged. Knee stays in line with that toe. Mountain climbers. Make that core do the work. Lunge lift, step in, into that lift, back down. Remember, keep that heel down. Don't lose that bracing. Mountain climbers. Lunge lifts. Woo. Mountains. Try to keep that body in a straight line. Keep those hips low. Take a break. Woo. Nice job. We have one. All right, remember this one. Manual leg extensions into those push-ups. The Sandbell is for the top of your feet, just for comfortability. Hips are forward, glutes are engaged. Keep that tension in those quads on the way down and back up. Stop short of the top on the way back up. We have 15 seconds. Y'all ready? Yes. In 5, 3, 1. We're here. So, glutes are squeezed, hips are forward. Control, drop your torso back. You'll feel your glutes start to engage. And you're gonna lift, pull yourself back up. Stop short of the top, right back down. Good job. Push-ups. We're down, we're in front. Tension through the chest. Elbows go back at that 45. Nice job. Manual legs. Feet back onto that Sandbell. Glutes are engaged, hips are forward. Don't lose that bracing. Stay in it. Push-ups. We're back and down. Good job. Let's go, let's go. Manual leg extensions. Woo. We're back in it. Don't lose that bracing. Push-ups. Let's go, y'all. Leg extensions. Last one, y'all. Last one. Keep those glutes on. Push-ups. Woo, Nelly. Last movement of the day, y'all. Five seconds. Take a break. Woo-hoo-hoo. Nice work, y'all. Slowed it down for some muscle work. Nice job today. Nice work. Nice job. Good job. My peeps at home. Nice work today, y'all. It was a good workout you did. As you're cleaning up, starting to slow that breathing down. If you want to keep that mat for your stretches, feel free. Working on breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. On those inhales, bringing that air into that belly, not breathing into the shoulders, the chest, or the traps. I say I'm not going to do the workout, then it just looks too fun, and then you just have to do it, and then you're in it. And exercise is just addicting. It really is. Just, yeah, I know. Once you're ready, start with those deep breaths. Find that hamstring glute stretch on the way down. Stretch out those hips, those lower body today. On that next exhale, pull that arm across, keeping those shoulder blades back and down, stretching that rear delt, not the back here. Remember to keep that brace posture, those breaths, and stretching further on those exhales. Go and release and switch. And shoulder blade back and down, stretching that rear delt here. When you're ready, go and release. Pull that first arm back behind and down. Pulling that elbow up, shoulder blades stay back and down. Hand goes in between the shoulder blades. Try not to shrug the shoulders. And then release and switch. And release, drop those arms back behind, fingertips together, shoulder blades back and down, open that chest. I'm gonna roll that head and neck here. You find a spot that is tight. Feel free to stay there. There, keep those shoulder blades back and down, that chest up, through those head rolls. Go and release and inhale up. On that exhale, taking a little bit of a wider stance, pushing those hips back and down into that full deep squat here. You can bring them closer together as you need, coming towards that bottom position. We're working on trying to get those heels down onto the floor. Shoulder blades stay back and down, that chest stays up. We want more of an inner thigh stretch, elbows to the inside of the knees, palms together. Press those palms down. You might need to adjust those feet a little bit as you open those hips. Once you're ready, go and walk it down into that plank position. From here, we're gonna push those hips up into that downward dog, pedal out those feet, working on stretching those calves, hamstrings. Keep a slight bend in those knees so you don't round that low back, and roll those hips up, high, and out. Shoulder blades stay back and down. That's what's supporting yourself here. Think of your shoulder blades taking all that weight from the hands. When you're ready, go and lower back down to a plank. Bring that right knee up and under. Foot across, shift your weight back and hips down into that hip stretch. through it. And you increase that flexibility, feel free to walk your way down. But don't round that low back. Keep it pulled in. Keep those hips squared. Find yourself tightening those hips, tightening that glute. Let it relax. Breathe in through the nose. Relax those muscles. If you want a little bit deeper of a stretch, extend that back leg back a little bit further. Push it back, shift that weight down. And when you're ready, go and bring yourself up slowly, stepping back into that plank. Opposite knee up and under with that foot coming across. And if you're tightening up, go ahead and relax those muscles. Go ahead and release it, and you're just gonna roll over onto that glute. Feet coming out in front. Choose that first leg that you use, pull that ankle back. Lean back onto the opposite side. If your right knee is bent, you're leaning onto your left elbow. If you want to increase that stretch, you can either go lower, closer to the ground, try to stay open here, or you can lift this hip forward as you press yourself down. Breathe through that stretch. And release it up, kicking that foot forward, bringing the opposite back. If you're ready, go and bring it back to center. Bring those feet together. Take your time coming back up to standing. We're gonna do one inhale. And on the exhale, we're gonna wind those feet, drop that chest. We're not rounding that low back here. Slight bend in those knees. We're just gonna drop that chest till you feel that hamstring stretch. I'm gonna walk those feet out, wind them, keep that hamstring stretch. Start to make it a little bit of an inner thigh stretch. And then we're gonna lean over to one side. Shifting that weight back. We don't want those knees coming forward. We don't want the weight going onto the toe of the foot, but those hips go back and down as we drop into it. You might need a wider stance if it's hard to get into that position. Really allow you to open up that hip. And breathe through it. If you want to come down further, try to be sure to keep that heel down of that plant foot. The knee is going to stay in line with that toe, okay? Walk our way over to the opposite side. Again, hips back and down, opening up that inner thigh stretch here. And breathe. You can have those hands down if you want a little bit of support here. When you're ready, we're going to walk it back to center. Drop that chest towards the floor. If you want, you can grab the floor and pull yourself a little bit deeper into that stretch. Now we're going to walk those feet together. Come back up to standing, finishing with those breaths. And relax. Nice job today, everybody. Nice work. If you're with us online, don't forget to like and subscribe if you don't want to have to search for class. And don't forget everybody's homework, good dinner, and drink water, at least 6 hours of sleep. And if you haven't, make sure you watch Optimize Your Movement and Workday. It's good to refresh every now and again. Make sure you're doing all those proper bracing strategies, okay? With that, have a nice night.